highfalutin, lazy, or foo-foo America gets, we will never stop hunting and fishing. This is the Hunting Quest. Hunting Quest. We take 1 hour of every week and talk about our favorite things in the world, hunting and fishing. You'll get tips and help on the fishing environment locally in the DMV area. Plus, we're going to have fun along the way. This is the Hunting Quest. And now your host, Mike Tippin.
All right. Switching it up a little bit. It's Monday night.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
We're getting crazy over here at the Hunting Quest, apparently.
Yeah. I think it's for a good cause, though.
Yeah. We've got Mr. Frank here from the Virginia Outdoors Show that's going on this weekend. Frank, how you doing?
I'm good, guys. I'm really good. Just crazy right now, getting crunch time.
Crazy busy, I'm sure. So we got the show running, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this coming up weekend, right, Frank?
That's correct. Yep.
And you got hours from 9 to 5 on Friday, right?
Nope.
Or what's the hours?
No, you're good. So our exhibitors will start moving in Wednesday afternoon, like the big stuff, like dock dogs and the hog tank and a kid drop on. And then we open up Thursday morning, 9 a.m. For every other exhibitor to move in, and we go till 6. And then Friday, we'll open up at 8 a.m. and go till noon. Hopefully everybody gets set up. And then we'll kind of get things settled, and the show at 1 o'clock and ends at 7 on Friday.
And it's down in Doswell, right?
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we're back at the same venue we were last year. We were looking to go back to the Raceway. Just some contract issues there, so we decided to stay in Doswell this year. Our exhibitors seem to love that. They like the building. It just limits us on space. But yeah, so we're back there in that same event, free parking, all that stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I like the free parking part. I like the, that's probably one of the big downsides for, like, if you go to some of the bigger outdoor shows that are like just monstrous. But I think I'm more of a, little bit smaller venue. You can see a lot more. You can do a lot more, and you got more time to spend with all the vendors that you have there and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I can't wait to have you guys see the new show. I added a ton of new vendors.
Yeah.
The good news is we do have the biggest change. We have the whole building. No tent this year, no circus.
Nice. That's a good thing.
As you recall, last year, the other half of the building they had a reptile show.
Right.
So, and the reason that happened is because we were supposed to be at the Raceway. And last minute, within 30 days, he recovered and got at least part of that venue. So,
hey, you do what you got to do, right?
Years to recover.
So, no tent this year. I think a lot of people will be happy about that. But how many vendors you got?
I got almost 200 vendors in there, guys. And
wow.
It covers, I added a lot of fishing. There's a couple more outfitters, charter boat guys, some really cool products. I have drone deer recovery. I have 2 of those guys. Wait till you see the stuff they can do with those drones. It's insane.
I want to talk to one so bad. Get him on the podcast. I think that's number one. I think it's really cool, mainly because I've lost deer. I'm a pretty good tracker, but sometimes they just, they lay down, you can't find them, or something's not right, and it's the worst feeling in the world. They tell you if it's dead or if it's alive or if it's going to make it or whatever. So,
yep. The one guy sent me a video clip. Where they zoom in, they can do thermal, they can do regular image. It's insane. He can zoom in so far, and you can see like where your arrow hit. Like it was, and they can do land surveys too of your deer. So it's just not for that. It's pretty intense, and it's a great tool. And we all hunt long enough. Something's gonna happen where you're gonna maybe need that guy or a dog or 12 of your best buddies to help you.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
I think it's cool too, just like you were saying, the land survey portion of it and seeing how your herd's doing, how your herd's moving through your property. I saw a clip the other night of a similar thing. They were doing the deer flying the drones with the thermal cameras, and the guy piloting it has it on his little screen on his handheld, and they had a HDMI cable run into a big flat screen TV in the hunting lodge, and they're all sitting around drinking beer and watching it, and all of a sudden there's like 40 deer in the woods, and the buck looks up at him. They're like, whoa, there's a nice one. I was like, dude, that's cool as hell. That'd be so fun to do.
Yeah.
I
The one guy was looking for a big buck on his property. You don't want to go in there. He was looking for 2 days. It was a daylight footage. And they were struggling, so they turned it to thermal, and they found a body. Zoomed in on it. This buck comes out, and it was the big one. It was like probably 180-inch deer.
Whoo.
Steps out of the corn. Yeah.
goodness gracious.
Like, good. Yeah. But we do have a ton of vendors, new stuff, guys. I know some of the flags and surveys and social media, there's not much at the show. But we brought it this year. We spent some money. We have dot dogs, which they've never had, which is a cool event. We got the hog tank. We got a trout pond. We did bring Chef Al back for deer butchering. That was a highly attended seminar last year.
I said that one was packed last year.
Everyone was packed, and I think it's one of those things where the processors are starting to really charge for and I get it, but if you can start doing it yourself and do some cooking, and like we have spice guys there now, like we're trying to encompass the whole wild game thing.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, and on the hog tank, which is it looks like a big aquarium, right? We have 3 or 4 seminars a day on that tank for fishing. I had a dozen more fishing companies with lures, custom rods, tackles, stores, retail. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
And I don't know if you guys remember, I was talking maybe last time about Byron Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
He was on Impossible Shots. He will be doing a seminar every day there, trick shooting. And of course, we have the 84th annual Big Game Contest. We had nearly 400 animals entered last year.
Whew. What are y'all expecting this year, do you think?
I tell you what, I mean, because it was there, I don't know if they pulled more people, but that was almost a record for them. If we don't get 400, I'll be surprised. Unless, it all depends how the season goes. But
Yeah,
I've
true.
got a lot of emails about guys wanting to enter deer and never heard of the contest. So it'll be exciting. I just can't wait to see who wins.
Yeah, it's always cool. I mean, you think you shot a big buck until you walk in there and you're like, no, no.
Yep, I shot a decent buck last year, and this young girl walks in there holding his head, and I'm like, when did you shoot that? She goes, I shot it last year in our season. I'm like, I'm guessing like 140s, right? It's tough, As she's walking through the door, I'm judging it like in 10 seconds. Yeah, it was like 154.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So, and they have different categories for, for whatever weapon and age class. Like, it's insane. But I did want to do an amendment here. I know last time we were on here, we were asked about the scoring system. And they do have their own scoring system for the Virginia Deer Pennants Association. They don't use Boone Crockett or Pope and Young. I don't know how it deviates off of that normal Pope and Young and Boone Crockett that everybody's used to, but they do have a different scoring system, and they do whatever. All their awards are based off that scoring process. So if you shot a buck and your taxidermist scored at a 160 Pope and Young, it might be a little different with their scoring, higher or lower. I don't know. But if it's like Buckmasters, it'll be higher because they give the buck everything it earned. Right?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to throw that out there for people who are listening, that it is going to be a different scoring system than you're used to with Pope and Young.
I think that's pretty cool. It's always interesting to see how, like you mentioned, if you go to Buckmasters, they've got a second, or a way that they score things. And then they've got another group, if you go to Pope and Young or you go to Boone and Crockett or whoever you go to, everybody scores just a little bit different. So that's one of the things I'd love to talk to people about, that officials, the official scorers, and say, all right, what, everybody says this, but tell me, how are you doing this? What do you look for? What is it? And go from there. So that'll be a good one too.
A guy you got to have on there early, if you're doing one, is Mike Jones. He's the head of that organization.
Okay,
he
cool.
Can explain all of that. I'll make the introduction on site. He's the one you want to have on there right away.
Yeah. He'll be a busy man.
Yeah, so we got to get him early. He has a staff. They bring a lot of people. We spend a good amount of money on hotels for their staff. Like if they have like a war room, they'll have 8 to 10 people just entering the scores. They'll have 5 or 6 more, maybe 10 more scoring. That they're busy the whole time.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to him. That'd be cool.
We'll get that connection out between you. We'll make sure you guys get hooked up.
So 3 days until we get there, and your phone's probably ringing off the hook, like you said earlier. What are some last minute things that you're getting asked about, or maybe what are some of the things that people should think about when they show up, stuff like that?
So that's a great question. The first thing they want to do when they show up is I would get one of our attendee brochures that we print out. Take some time, go through there, look, maybe pick out some top exhibitors you want to see. And I would just take my time going through. Like I said, there's a lot of new stuff. I got some interesting stuff in there that covers all spectrums of the outdoors. Because we try to cover some camping stuff, wild game, fishing, shooting sports, archery. We have retail, like all over. We got apparel companies from waterfowl to fishing. So just take your time, grab one of the brochures, go in there, and just kind of set up what you're going to do. Take your time, like you said. Then that way you can look at the seminar schedule and see, okay, when I get reason for the brochures, the schedule's in there. And say, listen, I want to watch Dock Dogs at 3 o'clock, or I want to go to Tim Andrews' trail cam strategies at 12, or I want to go to the invasive cooking from Anthony Cabbage and Travis. Like that's going to be really cool. They're going to be cooking snake heads, and they're going to make snake head tacos. So, and their seminars around lunchtime. So I'm curious to see. So, make sure that's why we do like Byron Ferguson is 3 times or 4 times during the weekend. We try to spread those things out so people can, get a chance to look at that. If you got to we have a 3-day pass this year for only $18. So it's $10 a day to get in, which I think is still a bargain for what we produce and what we bring in there. I'm actually worried that people aren't going to have enough time. Even though the show looks smaller, it's a couple hundred exhibitors, 50,000 square feet, but we got a jam-packed guide. If you go on our website, sportsmanshow.com, and you look what we have going on there, like I said, it's pretty cool. I'm more excited about the kids stuff. The kids trout pond, Virginia waterfowl is doing decoy painting and build a decoy.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Dude, it got so popular last year. We had to throw in a schedule. They ran out of decoys, I think, Saturday night or first thing Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, I say our booth last year was right next to them, and they were slam packed the entire weekend. It was crazy, and they're nice as hell. They're the nicest guys. Super good to talk to. Yeah, they're a cool group.
And if we don't have those kids interested in that stuff, then you and I aren't doing the podcast, right?
I know where I'll be.
Yeah, that's the next generation.
I'll be at the trout pond, and I'll go paint me a decoy and put it in the trout pond, see how it looks.
I'm gonna send him your picture and say, "Listen, keep this guy away."
Right?
I'm getting a fake ID.
Hook and,
I'm coming in. Hey, that's all I'm bringing. Some power bait and a stringer and fake ID so I can paint some decoys this weekend.
Give you $50 to walk up to that thing, a pair of waders and a vest. And real.
Hey, I'll bring my waders down. I'll stand in the middle of the pond the whole day.
If you got in the pond, I'd give you 100.
Shoot. Done deal, Frankie. That's too easy.
Yeah, he's trying to get you kicked out.
How funny would that be?
Oh my gosh.
Lord. Don't give him bad ideas, Frank.
I say you're giving me real bad ideas, Frank. That's not a good idea.
He can't afford them.
It's been a long day. I'm like a little punch drunk.
It's all right.
I feel that.
So your partner in crime, Miss Sinette, she's going to be around, right?
Oh, for sure. She is the queen bee, I call her. Yeah. This all happens because of her. I'm just her gopher guy, right? I'm make everything try to. So without her, this doesn't happen. So she will be there. She loves it. She's a woman of the people, or people, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
She will walk around. I said, listen, you enjoyed the show this year. I said, I'll do all the work. I said, you just walk around, shake hands, kiss babies,
Yeah, I've heard. I've never met her. But I heard she is a whirlwind for sure. She is the nicest
She's
person.
She's a firecracker, buddy.
Yeah, but don't ever get on her bad side. So
you know what's funny? I've never seen it, but if you do, she'll get serious on you. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, I don't see that either. So
yeah, I haven't either. Knock on wood. So far, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, this means Benny no bad ideas.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I got through it last year. I didn't get in trouble. It was a good time.
You would jump right in it with him, probably.
I would. Somebody should be at the booth, though. They would be in trouble.
Shoot. Last year, Travis and I had the air horn going, or the little blow horn. We're lighting the siren off in the tent. Everyone's yelling at us.
Like, oh, God.
Well. Thanks for that, by the way.
Anytime.
Yeah.
We got to have a little fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's when you see Annette and you're like, oh shit. She's like, Travis, knock it off. And Travis is like, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I took a look over the vendors. I do it quite often just to see who all's there. And you know how, you kept saying, oh, you got some new vendors, you got some new folks. Dude, I'm shocked. You don't have just vendors. You got some really high class folks there. And I'm excited to see it. So hats off to you. It's not like somebody's running a little rinky dink show. This is major outfit and all the people that you see there is, top of their game, best of the breed type deal. So I'm really, really looking forward to being down there, being a part of this. It's going to be so much fun. So
Travis just commented and said that Blowhorn was the MVP last year.
Yeah, him and I are going to talk about that. We're going to have security pat you guys down before you come in.
Oh,
Lord.
Boo. That's no fun.
Right.
So
I'll rain on that parade.
No question about it there. So you mentioned you're looking forward to the tanks, the kids stuff. Is there a cost associated with the kids tanks and stuff like that?
Yes, there is. I think it's minimal. And that's one thing I got to talk to. The same guy that's doing the hog tank is doing a trout pond for us too.
Okay.
But I think it's minimal, $5, like for a half hour or something, or 20 minutes. You know how they do that.
Yeah.
But we have two sponsors this year. We have Green Top and we have Remax sponsoring the trout pond. I think there's one more. Maybe three. And they each have free coupons for the trout pond tickets. So if you go to their booth, get a ticket, and it won't cost them anything.
Nice.
All right. That's the way to do it.
All right. So, like I said, we didn't spare any expense trying to bring that. I mean, you got to make it an event, and then I think maybe next year we might have a concert.
That'd be cool.
That'd be sweet.
We got a little down to the wire this year, and could have squeezed it in, but it wouldn't have been what we wanted to present. We want to present quality. You know,
I like that.
really.
Yeah, I like that you're not just doing something to do it. You know, it goes into the same character. You know, this is a well put together show. I'm really, really excited about it and really surprised. You know, the attention to detail that you put into this. And we've talked to you a couple of times, but my goodness, it's nothing is kind of left off, and it's not halfway. Everything is 100%. So. Man, that's a testament to the show, the people, yourself, Miss Annette, everybody. So I'm excited for that.
Thank you. See, it's funny. People, when I tell them what I do, we have another outdoor show / gun show in Maryland at the end of September, and people are like, "Well, that's all you do all year?" Listen, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some times where things are a little slower, but it's I'm in sales. My big joke is I sell 10 by 10 squares for a living for events, right? Booth space. But I'm already starting. I might have I already know. I got him locked in for next year. I'm gonna let it out of the bag here. I got Eddie Salter coming next year, the Turkey Man.
Oh, I grew up. I grew up with Mr. Salter. He taught me how to hunt. That is an exceptional man right there. Benny got to meet him.
I got to meet him earlier this year and hung out with him for a little bit, and super cool guy just to sit and talk to. Some of the stories that he has is just, they're amazing.
Oh, and he's so down to earth.
Yeah,
that's what I get.
Yeah, I mean, he is. It's funny because I hear everybody call him, and it's hard for me to even say it, call him Eddie Salter, because everybody knows him as Eddie Salter. And you don't just hear him, oh, it's Eddie, or it's, but I grew up, that was Mr. Salter. And to this
I call him when I call him. That's what I call him when I'm on the phone with him.
To this day, I mean, I feel like I'm 12 years old again. Yes, sir. Absolutely, Mr. Salter. He's a great guy.
Call me Eddie.
Yeah. And I tell him I can't.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. Well, he's so funny. So when I was talking to him a couple weeks ago and getting him booked in and everything, I said, "Hey, you good to go?" I said, "I really want you next year. We want to change some things up." And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Goodwill." And he goes, "If I'm still around," he goes, "Book me." And it's things you don't think about. I mean, he is older, right? But you never know.
Yeah.
So that's one of the new things we're going to have amongst some other stuff for next year. Where, like I said, it's 365, 24/7 planning.
Yeah.
I was at some other events like fairs and some other stuff. I'm walking around giving my card out for so vendors can possibly do our show, right? And my wife gets mad because it was family time, and I'm walking around talking to vendors, explaining my show.
Yeah.
It's just this weird. So when people ask me, if it's how can you fill your time all year round, my head kind of wants to explode.
Yeah, it ain't hard.
Yeah.
I got a question for you though. So obviously it's a tremendous amount of work that goes into this, but what's the hardest part of this job for you? Or most frustrating? It doesn't necessarily have to be the hardest part, but most frustrating.
Well, I'll tell you what the most frustrating part, we'll go with that first. With this new climate and things are getting more normal, is trying to get the quality vendors and to the point where you can pick. Like, you got to be able to present a product, and you want to get, like you said, we got some high-end vendors in there. But trying now for like boats and RVs and power sports, even vehicles, dealers, they don't need to do them. But our demographic loves to see the new trucks, the new RVs, the new boats, but they don't have inventory. They're like, what am I going to bring you? Everything I bring in is already sold. So that's frustrating right now, is trying to present that total package where we're Virginia Outdoor Sports Show and we want to encompass all facets. That's probably the most frustrating right now.
Yeah. I
I can see that.
I can understand that. So
You know, and if we could do that, we would fill the raceway in a second. I would have stuff outside in Doswell this year. Like you said, it's sold out.
yeah,
And I just added, I think I found a way to find 4 or 5 new spots, and I added more people. I just booked a guy while we were done before we started this podcast. And we were doing the sound check.
wow,
Um,
holy
so,
smokes!
but that's the most frustrating. The hardest part of my job, honestly, is trying to convince people that we're trying to find the balance between what exhibitors want and what attendees want.
I can
Right.
understand that. Yeah,
But I can set hours different, or I can put people in that the exhibitors hate but the attendees love because we share a demographic. Just stuff like that. But to be honest with you, I don't really. It sounds so cheesy. I really don't feel like I'm working every day until we get like roll up to the shows 30 days before. Then it's just a grind, like
yeah.
12 hours a day, like minimum. But like it's fun. I talk hunting and fishing all day, and I talk about the outdoors. So it's pretty cool.
I'd take that job in a heartbeat.
Mhm.
Hey, well,
And I
that's
just
kind of
work
what
my
we do.
Yeah, yeah. But,
So we're kind of coming close to the top of the half hour, but what is there? Obviously, Dodgeville, Virginia, you're open for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so everybody can come in. And you were gracious enough to give us a booth, so that was really cool. We're gonna, we're gonna be down there. We're excited to do some interviewing, talk to you again in person without reverb.
yeah. I can't wait.
But anything that we might miss, and well, really, social media. What is your social media, and what can people expect?
All right, thank you. We have a very active Facebook page. It's just Virginia Outdoor Sports Show. Our website is sportsmanshow.com. We don't have a TikTok or an Instagram or anything yet. Baby steps within that here. And for me, because I'm the one that has to manage all of it. So
I get it.
But what helps us a lot is we partner with people like you, or and like Edge of the Wild, and some of the where they help get us some drone footage and some. This is a real you see from Brandon from Edge of the Wild from last year. So when you go on the website and see some videos, that he created that.
That's cool.
So partnering with companies like you guys and organizations like you guys really helps. That spreads our social media. We have great partners with the deer scoring, with Jesus. Oh, hold on one second. I had it in my head. Star City Whitetails.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Marshfield Outdoors. Those guys have been really good. But like some of the people we have Carson Corey coming back for the final draw. Another partner. We have Kit Campbell as our headliner. So those two, I mean, are going to be in their booths and doing seminars at the same time. So
that's going to be cool. They're good people too.
Yeah, they 100%. Whenever they are really good people. So, and we're welcome. We're glad to have Green Top back as a sponsor. They have a booth there. And I didn't get it yet, but we're supposed to be. We have St. Croix. I partnered with St. Croix, and this just proves it's all about who you know in the industry. A friend, I used to work with a guy 20 years ago in retail, and he's this regional sales rep for St. Croix. And they're doing a sponsorship where they're giving away over, I think it's $200 or $300 rod and reel. They don't call them combos. I forget what they call them, but
yeah.
But they're giving one away each day of the show. So people will get raffle tickets for free, and as they enter, they'll get a ticket, and then we'll draw one name a day to get that rod and reel.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm
And it is our 40th year, so I keep pushing that. It's our 40, and that's every time I send an email. I mean, 40 years is pretty.
That's a
legit,
long time.
especially in the summer. Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of trips around the sun.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna get some swag made representing the 40th year. We got some that are regular shirts, so people don't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't like. It's cool to be a part of a milestone. 40 years of doing this is impressive. So.
Yeah, so the rods are going to be sending us to give away. It's a 1-piece, 7-piece, medium power. It's for warm water and light inshore fishing.
That ought to be fun.
So, yeah, so that's what we got going on with that. That's just one of the giveaways. Tim Andrews is giving a trail cam away in one of each of his seminars, and then his last seminar is giving away 100 safety systems vest.
Man, that's crazy.
I had a wild idea that didn't pan out because I ran out of time. Is for the 40th year, I wanted to do 40 giveaways throughout the show from start to finish. But it was just too much of a monster for me to try to manage and do sales and everything.
I could only imagine. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, so, and I could have got, all our vendors are so generous. I could have got, socks from the alpaca guy, jewelry from the hunter's wife, a knife from Classic Knives, holster from Pikes. Like, I could go on East Coast Waterfowl, whatever. I could have got all the stuff. I just, to try to manage everything, I just ran out of time.
Yeah. But that's good self-awareness. Understand what you can do, what you can't do. If you do it halfway and it falls on your face, that's not the way to do it. So, again, testament to your character.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
And one new change this year, too, is for the deer contest and the seminar stage. When it's time to do the awards, I don't know if you remember last year, people were stacked in the aisles, and it basically shut like half the showdown. So this year we're going to tear down the seminar pipe and drape in the stage and add chairs, and then 3-foot pipe and drape will be around where people have to go in there and sit and watch it instead of blocking vendors.
That's smart. For
One
sure.
of the things last year was an issue. Because, even if you're not in deer con, there were still people walking around and trying to see the show. Right. And they couldn't get the boost because some of the people just, they were too busy standing in the aisle watching to see if their son or daughter or hunter or whatever got an award.
Yeah. That's kind of tough, but it's good. That's your first time at that venue though, right?
That last year was the first time and we only had half of it, yeah.
Yeah, so good takeaway. Pay attention, figure out what's got to be better next time and do better next time. That's cool.
Yeah, well, and I get my hats off again. I'm not trying to suck up or anything, but for Annette to pull that off last year, with the contract being canceled 30 days before the event or something like that.
Oh, we lost
find
Mike.
event and still put it on. I mean, people don't realize what goes into there. So
Yeah, she
when
did
you
it.
get guys on the social media saying, "Oh, the show sucks," I wouldn't go back. It's like a knife to the chest, not knowing how much money or in time was put into
Did
that.
we lose you again, Mikey?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
There we go. You back?
All right. Now,
you're back? Yeah.
Now we're going.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We've had some network issues around here ever since that last storm pushed through. So I apologize.
Yeah,
y'all know how this goes. So.
Oh yeah, Mikey
Yeah,
disappeared for a
right.
minute, and then he'd be back, and then he'd leave again, and then he'd be back.
I just thought he was a good listener.
No, ask my wife. I'm not a good listener.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we all fail in that department, brother.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah. No, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Frank.
I was just going to say, we have seminars from start to finish every day. If I can go over a couple, it is Chef Al with wild game butchering, Byron Ferguson with archery trick shooting, Doc Dogs 2 or 3 times a day, if not 4. They're going to do big air. They're going to do a vertical. Of course, Kip Campbell with his Q&A. Carson Corey with Whitetail Strategy. I just shared a video here on Facebook about turkey season. It's pretty cool. You guys go to our Facebook page and check that out. Seminar, we're going to have tree stand safety by the Hunter Ed, Virginia. And, let me plug this. Register now. There's only 25 spots. We're doing a Hunter's Ed course on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
You get on site.
Lunch, and it's a free course. So you guys get your Hunter safety card and you get a free lunch on Saturday.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That's sweet.
Trust me, that online course, oh, that's brutal. I've had a hunter safety course for a long time, but I lost the number from Alabama, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to go through Virginia's online hunter safety course. And I'm not knocking it. I think everybody should have to go through that course.
100%.
But that online course was a little rough.
Oh yeah.
It was long. I'm not an online kind of person. I like being, in a classroom and learning stuff and, hear the different stories, and people can kind of explain a little bit more why this is more important, and, or share their stories in hunting and fishing or they're hunting. So those classroom settings are, I think, so valuable. It's crazy. I'm glad that y'all are able to offer it.
Yeah, I agree. The online loses something. There has to be some connectivity there. I'm not sure if you guys require it, but I took the Pennsylvania Bowhunter Education course as well, because you need it for like Iowa and New York or something. But that's definitely hands-on thing. You need to be in person. And it's fun to see they do an ethics. There's one section with ethical shots on deer. Oh yeah, you want to open a can of worms? Ask somebody what's ethical on that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to keep Pete out of that room.
Yeah. That's definitely a story for
I'd say
off the record for sure.
Yeah, I'll share some with you when I see you guys this week.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely love it.
All right,
Benny.
Also,
go ahead. Oh, Benny looked like he had something to say.
No,
with the fishing part of our demo too.
Yeah.
Bobby Urig and Tyler Clark doing demos on the hog tank. And if we have some downtime, I'll let there's a few guys that have retail that have 2 baits or crankbaits. And if they want to jump on the tank, they can go up here and demo that too.
That's cool.
Did any fishing last year? So that big tank, kids love it. It's like walking into Bass Pro.
Right.
And you see the fish tank.
It has. Yeah. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Well, let's keep Benny out of that one too.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you'll see him up against the glass.
or belly flopping.
What are you doing? It's hot.
It's hot.
I had to cool off.
Hey, what if that AC breaks? I'll be in that tank quicker.
For sure. Hopefully that doesn't happen this year.
No.
Yeah.
That'll be all right. Yeah. So, I don't know if you can say this or not, but who's the one vendor that you're looking forward to the most?
So, out of the new stuff, I'm excited to see. I want to speak more with the drone guys like Skyhound and
Yeah.
I'm excited for all the stuff, but those two, I really want to pick their brains and see what they got to do. And because I have a buddy who has a farm in New York that we hunt, and doing that survey of the deer, I think I want to have him up there.
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of exciting stuff, but those are the ones that I'm anxious to talk to, is the drone recovery guys.
Yeah. I have to admit, that's, aside from, obviously going to see like Wild Valley Outfitters and Ramrod.
Oh, no, yeah. You're right. Those are, I mean, I like just hanging out with Travis.
Yeah.
He makes me feel a lot more normal every time. And I hope he's listening or down.
I said, I know he was
is.
listening in earlier. I don't know if he's still in here or not.
Yeah,
but
I can't wait. Brother man.
Brother man. Man's a wild card.
Yeah, but I think the drone stuff is going to be, is really cool, and being able to catch that. And I actually want to see the seasoning guys, that part of it.
Yeah,
that's my world right there. So.
Well, and they're specific to wild game, and I think I have some sauce guys and seasoning guys in there, like 4 or 5, and they all have different stuff. So that's why I booked them. Normally, like I like the same, but they all have different stuff, and it's all good. I usually spend, I don't know, about $150 just spices when I'm in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't tell my wife that though.
Well, now like I made my own bologna and stuff last year.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine taught me how to do it. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be spending some more money.
Yeah, I do. I spend some money on spices. I think it's more of an obsession than anything else. I don't know, but
it is. You know, because wild. I mean, it's something where usually the wild game is taking care of it. It's all good. Like people couldn't tell what it is, but occasionally, you get that little gamey batch or a rutted up buck or something that's crazy. The spices play a big role in that.
For sure.
If you can spice it up enough and season it, and you don't got to add A1, you did your job.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're pulling off the A1 bottle or ketchup, you didn't do your job.
There you go. Absolutely. Now, I am a hot sauce fan, so I'll throw hot sauce on just about anything. So it's not my A1. It's just who I am. I like hot everything.
Yeah, that's your ketchup, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. And we fry deer up. We do it with we started with Tony Saturant, or not Tony Saturant's, with the Frank's Red Hot, and we'll marinate it in Frank's Red Hot just so it's nice and spicy. So works pretty good.
Frank's or Crystal or Louisiana, those are my top 3.
Yeah.
Like I like that vinegary, more tangy.
Yeah. Tabasco's, I used to really like Tabasco, but something to me, it's either my taste buds changed or something. It doesn't taste to me like what it used to. I think it's just me, but everybody else seems to love it. But I don't know. I had some the other day, and I'm like, it's not right.
For me, it's like a hot pepper.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a sissy when it comes to that. So.
I think I got a pretty healthy tolerance for hot stuff.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I get mild wings, and sometimes that's adventurous for me.
Oh Lord. Well, did we hit everything, Frank?
Yeah, we did hit all the talking points pretty big. Like I said, the biggest thing is with all the changes we have, please visit our website at sportsmanshow.com. That kind of throws people because it's not Virginia sportsmanshow.com. It's just sportsmanshow.com.
Gotcha.
Visit our Facebook page as well, and then that way we have the latest videos and I promote people, and please feel free to comment on that. With the addition to the website, we have a new thing where you can click live as an attendee and see the map interactive, and
that's
you can
cool.
Search exhibitor by name. And you can pin it on a map, and you can do all that stuff if you want to make your rounds. But visit that for all the changes we have, the giveaways we have, the sponsors that help us support all this, the hunter safety course registration. I don't think I forgot anything. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's packed load as every Richmond. I don't know how long we've been talking, to be honest. I
About
really appreciate you guys, putting me on this close to the show, and I'm sure we'll
Anytime.
meet up at the show and do another one. Catch me on Saturday about 1:00 and see how I'm feeling.
Yeah, well, we will have we'll have our show going. We're gonna do a lot of interviews with the crowd. We're gonna try to do interviews with some of the other vendors there, and try to talk to as many people as we can. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Is being able to talk to folks and meet some new folks and see what everybody's got to offer. So it'd be cool.
I'd love for you to talk to some of our attendees, get their feedback, you know what I mean, and see what they think with the venue and everything.
Yeah. I can't imagine people saying anything bad. So it's awesome.
Okay. Well, not on the air, they won't.
No. We won't let them anyway.
yeah.
We'll edit that out.
There you go.
But once they get that keyboard and they get home, man, they get pretty brave.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys probably know that more than me.
Shoot one skate and put it on Instagram and see what happens.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But it is what it is.
The hours for the event are going to be 1 to 7, 9 to 6, and 10 to 5. And everybody 12. This is going to change 12 and under is free. Tickets are $10, and you can buy a 3-day pass for $18.
Right on.
So
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Benny.
I ain't got nothing
What you got
else
for me?
I got nothing. I'm excited to see you this weekend, Frankie. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's gonna be a good time.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. You got anything else, Mikey?
No, sir. Can't wait to see you on Friday, or I'll see you on Thursday. Both of y'all on Thursday.
That's right. We'll see everyone else on Friday.
Yeah.
Party day.
Yeah, geez. Partied up and then spend the next 2 days complaining.
Yeah, that's all right. It's like that sometimes. It'll be all right.
Oh yeah.
Work hard, play hard, my friend.
That's right.
That's it.
Right on, fellas. Well, we'll see each other soon, and we'll see everyone watching. Hopefully Friday if y'all come out to the show.
Awesome.
With that,
Bye, everybody.
You guys, I
We'll
appreciate
see you later.
You've been listening to The Hunting Quest. No matter how crazy, high-tech, or lazy the rest of the country gets, we will always be hunting and fishing. If that's you, you've found your new family. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. Reach out to us by email at info@thehuntingquest.com. And check us out on Instagram and YouTube at The Hunting Quest. See you next time.